everybody. Know what it is. It's your boy. I'm back. Sorry, just want to say sorry and apologize for the lack of content on the channel. Been extremely focused on this fight, but now that it's over with, we're gonna get back to it, man. We're gonna really start pushing the content and try to give everyone a run for their money. You know what I mean, man? Now, not the best at doing this, but we are learning. We are learning. Now, just want to apologize here for man and let you guys know. Didn't want to do this video, but unfortunately, this is something that had to get done. And for what reason, I do not know. But we're gonna give people what they want, man. Now, like I said, I tried not to make this video. I've been very quiet on this topic. And from the thumbnail, you see what it is. We're gonna get right into this fight, man, and I'm gonna let you know with my thoughts about the fight, what happened, all the way up to the fight, through the fight, and all the BS afterwards too, man. So let's get into it. With that being said, so lo and behold, this is how the fight come about. I didn't um I didn't call a boxer out ever, man. Just be honest with you. So just to give you some context, Tony and Boxer were set to fight after the EBK fight. Tony had been calling Boxer out for some time. Boxer finally accepts the call out and it was set for November, right? Well, around Memorial Day, I get a call from Mikey, probably about 2 weeks before Memorial Day. Mikey asked me if I was interested in fighting Paradigm Media. Yeah, of course. Of course I'm interested in fighting Paradigm. Mikey was kind of taken back and was wondering, like, man, no hesitation whatsoever, right? And I was like, no, why would I hesitate? I wouldn't. So, you know, um, told Mikey I was interested. He said he'd get back to me. He was still trying to make the Tony Paradigm fight. And if Tony didn't get back to him in 2 weeks, he'd give me a call. Cool. So I waited about 2 weeks, and I believe Mikey even gave him another week after that. And lo and behold, finally Mikey sends me the contract. Sign the contract, send it back over to Mikey the next day, and fight set, man. Paradigm signs the contract, and we're ready. Now, just want to touch base on what, Boxer talks about in his video, and, salute to him, man. He was very respectful in his video, and he was quick to come out with the video, man. After the fight, that video instantly dropped. It was there for roughly about 10, 15 minutes. Clicked on it, and then when I went back to it, it was gone. Um, I seen the title of the video, so I could only assume that Mikey called him, told him to take it down, because, we were still trying to push the fight. Okay, so lo and behold, you know, Paradigm was very respectful. Comes out, says, salute to me, my team for getting the win. And then he goes in on, why he lost and what for and whatever. We'll get to that here in a minute. But just want to reciprocate that, salute to Boxer Man for getting in the ring. Salute for him for going all 5 rounds. He pulled up. It didn't go the way he wanted, but sometimes that's out of your hands. Um, I did see his legs, like I said in Mikey's live. I did see his legs. His legs were pretty jacked up. Um, I didn't see a lot of bloating, but I did see some messed up veins. So you knew he had some issues going on. Uh, I have no idea why he was even trying to fight. To be honest with you, if I was in that kind of health conditions, I damn sure wouldn't be trying to fight nobody. I would probably be more worried about my health. But for whatever reason, he had it in his head that he was going to fight. Now, Mikey and me have got some blowback for this. Um, about, people were feeling bad for their Paradigm. Well, here it is, man. He has to worry about his own health. I'm not his daddy. Chicago Tube's not his daddy. Mikey's not his daddy. I'm not his daddy. Uh, he needs to be worried about himself. He needs to protect himself and know what his limitations are. Now, if he wants to go past that, that's on him. He stepped into that ring. You step in that round. That's what it is. You're going to get what you get. So his legs were jacked up. How I feel about the shoulder, don't really know. So, let's talk about the fight, the journey to the fight. I had a lot of things happen. Training was going real well until it wasn't. Around September 27th, I get in a car accident, getting a little fender bender, and on my way to practice and getting a little fender bender, and lo and behold, that's how my Ford Taurus ends up looking. Guy cuts me off, tries to get off the on ramp when cuts over 2 lanes. I hit him. Um, so after this car accident, I still end up going to practice. I was on my way to practice, still end up going to practice, and lo and behold, it's a sparring day. Um, could have been banged up before I stepped in the ring. Get in the ring with some young man and kind of a big kid. Um, we lock up, and when we lock up, I shoot underhooks on him. He shoots his over underhooks under my underhooks and starts to lift up. As he lifts up, I feel my shoulder pop. Um, from that point on, for the rest of the fight, this was in the first round till the third round. We ended up going 3 rounds. I pretty much just took punches, kind of like boxer took punches in the fight. Um, I couldn't lift my shoulder, really couldn't lift my shoulder. So um, afterwards, my coach was like, "What happened? I've never seen that happen with you." Didn't really have much to say, man. I didn't know. I just told him my shoulder's jacked. I don't know if he thought I was making excuses, but I took a week off the gym, man. Stopped posting content. Took a week off the gym. I could barely lift my arm. Um, really contemplated about pulling out of the fight. Almost called my Mikey and pulled out. About a week later, I went back to the gym, and this is what my arm looked like a week later. Now, I didn't even notice that bruise. I didn't notice I had that bruise until like a week later when I was at the gym and I was getting dressed, and my teammates seen it, and that's were like, "Man, you tore something." So you can see under the armpit right there, there's some bruising, went all the way up. I'm sure it was worse than that at some point, but when you're bruised like that, you've actually ruptured something. That's a real tear. That's a real injury. And like I said, this happened September 27th. We're roughly less than 2 months away from the fight, and I wasn't able. That's my right arm. Wasn't able to really lift my right arm. My left arm got kind of jacked up too. So I was at a point where, man, I had to really like press in and see if I was just really about it or if this all was just talk. So I started doing therapy. I got me some tension bands, and I stopped doing videos because you guys are quite smart, man. You pick up on stuff very easy. The viewers pick up on stuff. And I believe if you guys would have seen me hit the bag, if you would have seen me training, you would have seen something was off. And I was afraid maybe Boxer would see something was off. So I kind of pumped my brakes on the content and just focused on basically the rehab. Now the rehab goes on for like a month, little over a month, till I started feeling better. Now, I never quite got to 100%. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even right now, I'm still having trouble throwing shots as hard as I was at the beginning of the camp. Uh, but it's getting better. It's getting better. I'm still rehabbing, but like I said, when you see that, you tore something. I haven't really went to the doctor to see what I've torn or how I could have got injured, to be honest with you. Um, I think that's going to be my last option. I've been able to deal with it. So, you know, so that really happened, man. That was 2 months before the fight. Like I said, I really had to dig down deep and really figure out what I was doing with this. And we kept working, man. We kept working. We kept going hard as we could. I focused on my cardio. Really stopped doing the any kind of punching, and mostly just worked on my footwork and my cardio. Uh, and then comes fight week. Fight week. Like I told on Mikey's live, I almost missed the fight, man. Real talk, Mikey. If Mikey wouldn't have called me, I probably would have missed the fight. Um, it was crazy. I told him I was sparring on Friday. We were supposed to go early on the last live, and just by me saying that, he called me concerned and was like, "Bro, are you crazy? You're gonna spar?" So I had to get my shit, get out to where we were flying. Flew out to flew out to Arizona and drove into the town of Bullhead, man. Went to go. We fought in Bullhead, Arizona, at the Warzone Boxing Club. So salute to Warzone Boxing Club. Salute to Big Al, both his sons, man. Uh, Top notch gym, beautiful gym, man. I guess he owns three of them. Big Al was an extremely cool guy. Salute to both him and his boys, um, the champs. One I was so lucky to have in my corner, and believe me, it helped tremendously, man. This dude was the voice of reason. I actually asked him to be in my corner, and I was grateful that he was. So, we got the victory, man. Um, the way the fight went, people have a lot to say about the fight. Um, this wasn't this. I'm gonna be honest, man. If all the bullshit after the fight didn't happen, I wouldn't even be doing this video. Um, I would have kept my word. After the fight, I think Boxer knew he was gonna get the backlash. Um, after the fight, he said he wasn't gonna make excuses, but here comes excuses. Say what you will, but that's what they were. At the end of the day, like I said, when we were doing the lives, I told everybody I have no excuses going into this fight. And if I lose, that means the better man won. Plain and simple. I have no excuses. And if I would have lost, I would have never showed you those pictures of my car and my shoulder. I would have never showed you those pictures. I would have left those in my files. You just would have never seen them. I wouldn't sit here and make excuses. I would have took my loss like a man. I would have chucked it up and I would have moved on. At the same time, uh, he went 5 rounds, man. He took some tremendous shots. At no time was I threatened. I controlled that fight from the very first bout to the end of the last bout. Um, you know, was there some comical moments in it? Yeah. When I go back and watch it, yeah. Um, but we had him pegged pretty much, man. Like I said, his legs are jacked up. I kind of knew that. I seen in some of his videos he's wearing compression socks. I thought there might be a circulation problem with his legs. Um, I had told my wife before the fight, I watched the Jake Paul Tyson fight, and I told her, I go, I see the fight with Boxer going this way. He ain't gonna be able to close distance on me. His legs are gonna betray him. We had a game plan. My game plan was to attack his body. Big men like that, you hit the body, the legs start to crumble, and it's over. Um, I could tell from the very first round when I hit him with the first 4 shots, he didn't like it. After he got hit with the couple, he stopped opening up. He stopped trying to punch and basically just braced for punches. So it's kind of hard to knock somebody out when they're bracing for punches. Um, was I hitting him my hardest? No. Like I said, I was injured going into the fight. Um, Sat down on a couple hard ones in there. Not gonna lie, my hands did hurt for 2 weeks. And like I said, we fought without hand wraps. Um, he couldn't get his big old hands in the gloves. That's true. So there are some discrepancies in some stories. Like Boxer's video, there's discrepancies. He talks about tens, talks about 12s, then he talks about 14s. Okay, that's cap. There was never tens. No one ever had 10-ounce gloves. You can ask Mikey. There was never 10-ounce gloves. From the start, this is what we talked about. We were supposed to do 10-ounce gloves, 3-minute rounds, 5 rounds. They wanted the 10-ounce gloves. I was all for it as long as I got the 3-minute rounds. Now that changed up. Mikey told me basically, Big Al of Warzone Boxing did not want to use tens. And those of you that know boxing, you know that 10-ounce gloves is pro heavyweights. These are heavyweight pro title fights wear 10-ounce gloves. We are by no means pros, or not even close to that. But I was down for the tens. Mikey brought 12-ounce competition gloves. One set was ringside, and the other one I believe was uh ringside, and the other one was title. So they weren't matching. And Cholo talks about this in his video. So we're doing the shoots. It's a production. I'm doing my shoot, walking to the hall from the back dressing room to the boxing ring, and I come in, and Paradigm looks at Mikey and says, I can't get the gloves on, Mikey. These gloves don't fit. There's a problem with the gloves. Okay, cool. Now, Big Al, being a class act, man, again, salute to Big Al and the Warzone Boxing Club for letting us use their facilities. Again, top notch facility. If you're ever in Bullhead, Arizona, check them out. Dope gym, dope gym. I would be honored to train in that gym. Um, so Big Al busts out some 14s, brand new 14s, two pair, two pair. Busts out brand new 14s, matching two pair. Um, Again, they try those gloves on with the wraps, and Boxer can't get in those gloves either. Now, I believe a lesser opponent would have got psyched out right here. I believe a lesser opponent who wasn't focused would have got psyched out about how big this man's hands were, and probably would have been worried about what damage they can do if they touch them. So Big Al says, you know what? F it. Let's cut the wraps off. We're cutting off the wraps. And then they will just wrap their wrists and they can just fight with the gloves. Cool, I'm for it. So again, and there's some more discrepancies, right? So Boxer said there was 10s, they didn't fit, 12s didn't fit, 14s didn't fit. I thought we were gonna go bare knuckles. My bro, you would have never wanted to go bare knuckles. If it would have been bare knuckles, bro, it ends very bad for you. So that's cap. Again, his friend Sandy Cheeks drops a video today and says, Mile High, you didn't want to go bare knuckles. Bro, bare knuckles was never even an option. It was never discussed. Mikey said on his video, for a brief second, it went through his mind. Again, Big Al would have never had that. It wouldn't have went down in Big Al's gym, I promise you. If we would have went bare knuckles, it would have went outside to the parking lot. And it would have ended very bad for old boy. Facts. So we get the boxing gloves on. His boxing gloves finally slip on after we take off the wraps, wrap our wrists. Boxing gloves are on. Cool. We finish the production. We walk to the ring. Yes, he has to do a second ring walk. I don't know what was wrong with the first one, but he had to do it again. He gets in the ring. We do the national anthem, and we're ready to fight. So from the very first bout, like I said, once I cracked him the first three, four times, I seen it in his eyes. He kind of knew, like, oh, boy's faster than I thought. He moves better than I thought. Um, I was in great shape, man. You figure I trained up here in altitude, and when I got down to sea level, I promise you, I was down at 500 feet. Um, Felt amazing. I could breathe for days. The air wasn't heavy. I was able to catch my breath very back easy. So I knew he was in trouble. I knew he was in trouble. I controlled the whole fight, not trying to be funny. Almost fell out of the ring once. Um, trying to not trying to be comical about the whole thing, but it is what it is. He took a beating for 5 rounds. He did that. He took a beating for 5 rounds. Did he take my best punches? Nah, I couldn't give him my best punches because simple fact is, like I said, I was injured going into the fight. I did sit down on a couple hard ones on him. My hands hurt for 2 weeks after that fight. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Punching with gloves without your wraps on is not recommended. Doing the bag like that or anything else, or even an opponent. Um, but he got beat from pillar to post in that ring. He was staggering all over. He was hurt multiple times. He was rocked multiple times. Um, the ref did threaten to stop it more than once, and at least three occasions. The ref told him that he had to do something or he was going to stop it. You could even see the ref where he's going to step in, and then I pull out and reset, and the ref kind of lets it go. So, did I take it easy on him? Somewhat. Um, Now, his friend Sandy made a video today and said, Boxer said, if you're so bad, I'm hurt. Boxer never said he was hurt when we were fighting. We did jaw a little bit. We did talk. He seemed basically, I, I, I got tired of hitting him and him not defending himself. Excuse me. Um, and he did tell me, he goes, go ahead and give it to me. He basically said that. And I said, you're a beast, homie. You're a beast. You could take your shit. And he said the same. Uh, he took some hard shots. Did he take the full blast? No, but he took some hard shots. Salute to him, man. He's got a chin. I mean that. Um, he asked me in like the fourth round. I think it was the fourth or the fifth round. He told me, You already won. Just let me hit you once. And you see me, I shake my head and I told him, hey, like I basically told him, F you, bro. You got to earn it. And I try to hit him some more. I take off on him again. And the fight was what the fight was, man. Did I showboat a little? Yeah, I showboated a little. You got to give some entertainment, man. Nobody wants to see somebody get beat up on for 5 rounds, which that's pretty much what it was. Um, you had to give them some form of entertainment. I had to do some stuff, you know what I mean, to be somewhat entertaining. Um, I had to give the people their money's worth, and I felt that's what I needed to do. Now I told him before the live, you know, when we were on the live promoting the fight, that I was going to wait to disrespect him when he got in the ring. That's when I would disrespect him, and that's what happened, man. He got disrespected in the ring. Now, I didn't plan doing this video. I didn't want to do this video. I tried to shun away from this video, but can't have it your way, man. You know what I mean? I'm the last to talk. Haven't made no videos. You know, Josh made one. Gunner made one. Shit, everybody made one, man. Latin 209. Salute to all of them, man. They were good videos. Now, what Josh did was righteous. I believe that. You know what I mean? After the fight, let's talk with after the fight. Because, like I said, I never had a problem with Boxer through the whole fight. You know, his friend was like, oh, everyone was real respectful in Boxer's face, da da da. Had no reason not to be. I had no reason not to be. What we were doing was a sporting event. I had no right and reason not to be. I treated that man with respect. I raised his right arm after the fight and basically said, give it up for him. Now that's what makes me think. Like he said his right arm was injured, but I raised it above his head. I see no grimace. And you guys will be able to see it for yourself. I believe Mikey will, you know, he'll drop it here soon. So give Seth for a treat, man, because you guys are gonna get to watch it, and I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Hope you enjoy it. Um, but I question some things. Now I'm not calling nobody a liar. Big Al said he did injure himself, and if he did, he did. So be it. He didn't injure himself in the first round. That's cap. That's a fact. He does throw one of his harder punches in the first round, which is a right hook. He misses me by about 4 or 5 inches, but he does try to throw a right hook that's looked pretty hard. It's probably his fastest punch of the day. Um, so, like I said, after the fight, I had no reason not to be friendly and nice. I offered and extended my hand in brotherhood. Um, Unfortunately, it was slapped away by all the bullshit that was done afterwards. Now, um, when I was flying out, I got a text message from Boxer, and just want to touch base on what he talks about in his video because we got to give context, right? That's what YouTube is about, context. Um, he says it wasn't about the bag. It was never about the bag. Calling cap, my bro. Calling cap, fool. Uh, you're full of shit. Um, you wanted the contract drawn up in a way. In your videos, you say this: the loser to get little to nothing. I wanted the loser to get little to nothing. And then you had it drawn up that if the loser loses by knockout, he gets less than that. So just so you guys have context, I'm gonna let you know what the breakdown was. Breakdown was Mikey Chicano 2 puts forth all the funding. Uh, he secures everything, the gym, whatnot, what have you. Uh, Provides everything, films it. 40%. The winner was to get 40%, and the loser would get 20%. Okay? Well, Boxer, that wasn't good enough for him. Boxer wanted a knockout incentive because, right, he was going to knock me out. He's going to try to knock me out, right? He's going to try to end it quick. Um, he wanted the winner to get 5 more% for a knockout. So the winner would have got 45%, 40 to Mikey, 15 to the loser. Again, Boxer's contract. That was what he wanted. He wanted stipulated, and it was. Okay, so I called Cap, man. So I'm flying out. Gives me a text message. Hey, man, I hope we could be bros. I think we got a friendship here. I would hope you don't get caught up in all the YouTube drama because it's gonna come. So he foreseen it. I foreseen it. I knew if I lost and I got knocked out, I would get ridiculed. I knew this. That's why I trained so hard because I didn't want that to happen. I think he made it worse by making the excuses. And even if he was hurt, he probably should have just kept it to himself. I think that kind of got people in to go in on him. Um, there was some reactions and they were funny, man. Rascal had some fun with it. But what Rascal was doing was basically talking about the bullshit that happened afterwards. So lo and behold, New Year's morning text message goes out. To how many people it goes out to, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I haven't tried to research it. I haven't asked Josh for the receipts. I haven't asked Mikey for the receipts. Josh and Mikey know each other better than me and Josh know each other and better than me and Mikey know each other. So basically Josh does a video, right? I see the video. First it's a live. And it comes out in Josh's live that he got a text message and talks about what happened in the fight and it goes out early morning Thanksgiving. Well, the fight was gonna play Thanksgiving Eve. Um, Thanksgiving, night. He sent it out hours before to people that he knew. So I waited for a minute. I seen the live. When I went to go get back on the live, Josh had already put in his members. Reached out to Mikey and said, "Hey, bro, did you see Josh's video?" No, Josh is talking about this. I said, "Bro, that's a breach. Um, that's a problem." Mikey's like, "All right, give Boxer a call, see what he says." Cool. Give Boxer a call. I waited for a little bit because, I was heated. Your boy was heated. Didn't want to, I'm kind of an emotional cat. Uh, didn't want to call getting crazy on the man. But when I talked to him, I was like, bro, tell me you didn't do that. And he admitted to it. He admitted to it. He gave me his reasons why he did it. He said he did it because he was trying to stop some of his friends from betting on the fight. That people were trying to bet high dollar on the fight, and he was trying to stop some friends. Um, he told Mikey the same story. Well, turns out Mikey gets the text messages from Josh, and Mikey sees he's been lied to. According to them, the whole text message doesn't have shit to do with gambling. Doesn't even mention gambling. Um, so I'll leave it at that, man. But the fact that he straight admitted to me that he did do it, it is a breach of the contract. It is in the contract that we were not supposed to talk about the fight, that we were supposed to continue to promote the fight, and we were not to talk about anything until the following Monday. Again, Boxer released a video after the fight dropped talking about why he lost. And again, Mikey had must have called him and reached out to him, and Boxer took that video down. He did not re upload that video till Sunday. So he must have put it and hid it from his users, and then he re put it out on Sunday. Um, caused damage. It caused damage to the event. And the reason why I know is if you watch the weigh-in, if you watch the weigh-in and you watch the all the media up to it, you could see the views and the the interest it had. Now, was that because of me? No. Uh, I've been very honest with myself, and I've been very honest with everybody on here. Um, I told Chicano too. Boxer was the A side. Boxer was the A side. Boxer was drawing all the people in. That's a fact. Now, Boxer said he could have cherry picked, and he could have. But the fact is, he's the A side, and you'll hear me say that through and through again. He was the A side. And why Tony let him get away, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it didn't turn out to be nothing because as soon as he lost, he let the cat out the bag, initially messing up the bag. So, um, like I said, man, I don't respect any disrespect, and that was disrespectful to your partners, which was me and Chicano too, bro. And why you did it, only you could answer that. You can sit there and make excuses again onto why, but it's bullshit, my boy. The fact of the matter is, you have a character flaw. You have a problem with loyalty. That is something you struggle with for whatever reason, bro. And there's always an excuse, dog. There's always an excuse. Now, I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to call you a rata like all these other fools are calling you. Because fact of the matter is, I don't know, bro. I never read the paperwork and I don't know. But I do question some of your bullshit stories, bro, of being a warrior that you talked about you are. Because the fact is, you don't forget how to throw a punch. And yeah, we seen you throw a punch on a bag, but it's different when someone's trying to punch you in the face, just like you said. It's different when somebody's trying to whip your ass. You're right. See, I was willing to get hit by you, bro, but you couldn't do what you needed to do physically to do that. So I got a lot of heat, man. Mikey got heat for you not being up to par, but that wasn't our fault. That's your fault. You have to know your limitations. You have to know if you're ready for getting that ring. And if you step into that realm and you're not ready, then that's on you. Has nothing to do with me. I got ready because I didn't want to be uh, ridiculed like you're getting right now. Now, a lot of it seems like it's all former relationships that kind of got botched somewhere, being due to your character flaw, my bro. And Gunner had fun with it. Josh had a little fun with it. But I think Josh wouldn't have really went crazy with it if there wouldn't have been the fuckery afterwards, bro. And that's what he was really touching base on. And you know what, man? You should really listen to Josh because he was trying to give you some clutch out, bro. How do you get out of a hole? Just stop digging, bro. That's good advice. But for some reason, bro, I think you pumped up your boy Sandy Cheeks to do a video, and he did. You want to call me a piece of shit, homie? Do what you do. You're talking lies, homie. You don't know what you're talking about. You weren't involved in the whole thing. And it's fucking amazing to me that somebody could be in the same room and not know what the fuck is going on, bud. So, whatever, dude. You're funny. I don't care about your opinion of me. It means little to nothing. You're a clown, my boy. Um, I don't know if your daddy put you up to that video, but he damn sure you just made it worse. I know that. Because this shit's only gonna get worse, dude. And yeah, your question, homie. That's not my fault. That's how you've carried yourself. Like Josh said, he felt like a lot of people lied to themselves, like you thought you were gonna be, see the Terminator, and it didn't happen. So, all the lashing you're getting, bro, that's due to you and how you carry yourself. That's not my fault or anyone else's fault. Now, when I was flying out, man, you said, "Hey, don't get into the drama." But then you try to insert me into the drama. You basically call me and ask me to ask Josh to take a video down. Mind you, a video that I kind of agreed with, man. And Josh was kind of basically letting us know what the fuck was going on. I didn't want to do it, but I called Josh. Um, I wasn't really gonna advocate to take the video down for you. I kind of told him what you had asked me. We chuckled about it a little bit, but I thought to myself, you got some balls on you, my bro. You got some balls on you, bud. You did something that directly affected me, screw me over. Rascal calls you on it righteously. And then you ask me to ask Rascal to take the video down. That hurt you, but you initially hurt me. Got some balls, my bro. Um, the crash out's real, my bro. Just quit crashing out, dog. Leave it alone. I think if you wouldn't have made no excuses, you wouldn't be getting the backlash you're getting. Um, is this the end of your channel? No, I don't believe that. You're a great content creator. Will you lose some followers? You probably have. But is that going to stop you? No, I don't think so. You're a good content creator, man. You tell good stories. Some of them bullshit. Yeah, probably more likely than so than not. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, this is all stuff you brought on yourself. Um, but let's keep it 100. Boxer, you could never beat my ass, bro. In any time, any date, any shit, 80s, 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, never. You just, you, no. If we had got the heads up, you would have got it the same way, bro. Worse. Because I was a savage when I was younger, too, my boy. I'm just a shell of what I used to be, too. I'm 49. Now, people got my age mixed up a little, said I was way younger than you. I'm only, I'm only 5 years younger than you, bro. I'm only 5 years younger than you. Never slammed a needle in my arm. I've never had problems like that, bro. Like I said, brother, I think you try to let off that you're a very strong-minded individual. I think you're a very weak-minded individual. I think you show that, bro. And I started first seeing the chinks in the armor when you did that side by side video when I sent you those videos of me and you put us side by side. Uh, you got kind of ridiculed, and I seen the feelings coming out, bro. So got to work on that, brother. Got to work on that. I always wondered why they never called you out like they did Flacco, but now I see it starting to happen. This is why people don't get in fights in prison, people. This is exactly why people don't fight in prison because as soon as somebody gets mollywopped like that, people don't feel they have to respect them no more. This is why tough guys that are in positions of high ranking positions and they're this captain or this soldado, this is why they won't catch the fade. Because as soon as they get mollywopped, then all the people around him look at him like, why the hell do I gotta respect you? So it directly throws a wave in that whole thing. It's exactly why they don't fight. Now here in Colorado, it's different. You have to fight. The fate is always accepted. So whether you're in prison or out here, um, yeah, I think you lied to yourself on that one, brother. I think you lied to yourself. I think you thought you was going to get something more than you did, or I think you overestimated yourself, bro. I don't know if you thought you were going to bullshit me to a win, but I wasn't buying any of it, and I never did. Um, I never had no doubts that I was going to beat you. I knew it from the get. Maybe a little doubt came in my mind when I got hurt. No, yeah, maybe a little doubt came in my mind when I got hurt, but that instantly went away. Um, it's all good, man. If you feel it was an injury that got you, or if you feel you could do better, you got my number, man. Reach out. I have no problem running it back any day, man. That goes for anybody, all comers. It is what it is. If Boney Tony Baloney wants to get down, shit, I'll knock that stupid mask off your face too, my boy. So it's all good, man. Anyone wants it, can't get it. It is what it is. Not trying to play no tough guy role. I ain't no tough guy. I'm just like Dub said, I'm just a YouTuber. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna go deep on this dude and disrespect him. His boy Sandy Cheeks, he got the game fucked up. A lot of misinformation there. I don't understand how somebody could be so stupid, but it is what it is. But that's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, didn't want to do the video, but thought I couldn't get away from it. And yeah. But until we talk again, man, looking forward to hanging out with you guys. I will be going live. Respects to each and every one of you. Remember, man, treat the people you love, treat them with respect, honor, loyalty. Um, remember, man, same thing make you laugh, make you cry. Don't ask me why, it's just the way it is. So chuck that shit up, keep it pushing, and always strive to be the best. This is your boy Mile High Hustle, and I'm out.